Hey everybody, Chad with Just Add Wood. I made a really quick down and dirty scrap bin tape measure holder today. Came together really quick, so I thought I'd tape it, share it. I have a leftover piece of aluminum and too many tape measures to count, and they're never in the right place when I need them. So using this leftover piece of 1/8 inch thick, 3/4 inch wide aluminum, and then I went over to the scrap bin and found a leftover piece of dowel that is approximately the same size as the aluminum. Had several leftover dowels to choose from. I just chose a 3/4 inch dowel because it was about the same size as the aluminum, and I could round off the corners real nice. You could always go to the hardware store and the big box store and the specialty hardware aisle and find some aluminum standoffs, but I'm just cutting down a piece of dowel here for standoffs. So I'm using about a 2.5 inch 3-inch screw. So I made 1/2 inch standoffs to hold her away from the wall. This was a little embarrassing. As I went to cut that piece, it flew out of the back of the machine. I didn't notice. So here's not me wondering where it went. I did find the piece, however, and cut out the second piece. And then I took all the pieces over to the drill press. And here you can see I've just got a drill bit that's about the same size as the screw. I did want to recess the screw heads. So I do have a reamer or a countersink bit. Should work pretty well on this soft aluminum. I'm just going to hold the standoff on the edges here and draw an outline around them so I'll know where to sand off the corners to round the edges to match it. And then I'm just drawing 45-degree lines from the outer corners so that I can center up the bit on both sides for the standoffs. The intent here is the screw will be flush mounted into the aluminum. It'll extend through the aluminum, through the standoff, and into my wall, which is 3/4 MDF slat wall. So I'm drilling the initial holes here on both sides and drill holes in the standoffs. And once I have both the holes drilled in the standoffs, I'm gonna change out the bit for the countersink bit and run it down into the aluminum and make sure the screw has a nice flush face. And this was just sort of trial and error. There was no real scientific method to do this. I just would countersink a little bit, try the screw, countersink a little more, try the screw. And it took a couple times to get the right depth, but ultimately the screw fit flush there with the face of the aluminum. So once that was done, I just repeated the process on the other side. Then I took it over to the Harbor Freight sander and sanded off, rounded off the corners there to match the 3/4 inch round dowel standoff. And once all that was done, I just took it over to the wall using a 2-foot level to put it on the wall where I wanted it. And I'm actually going to duplicate this process and make 2 of these. I need one on one side of the shop and one on the other. I feel like I've been collecting tape measures since the dawn of time, and I have entirely too many of them, if that's such a thing. So it'll be nice to have them in a specific location spread out throughout the shop. So we put a few tape measures on here and it looks like it'll work okay. Probably could have eased the edge along the top. It's 1/8 inch thick aluminum. May pull it off and ease the edge, or ease the edge on the other one for the other wall. But other than the screws, this was a total scrap bin sourced project. So I challenge all of you to dig into your scrap bins and see what you can create to make your shop more functional. It's easy to see this stuff on TV or on the internet, or watch a project house get remodeled and flipped in under 30 minutes. But unlike a 30-minute flip, this project only took about as long to make as it did to record. So this is a really fast project. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and see you on the next one.